Hello YouTube, my name is Janitor, and today we're going to talk about Pokemon Sun and Moon Anime, episode 74, and there's a lot to discuss. There was mention of the Alola League, Nanu talking with Giovanni, Ash meeting Nanu and Acerola for the first time, we got to see Ultra Necrozma, and also of course we got the battle between Ash and Nanu at the very end. So let me know your thoughts on this new episode. What do you think about it? I really enjoyed it. I do want to get to the episodes going all the way up to episode 78 with the episode titles. That'll be airing on June 7th. And if we have time in the end, I do want to briefly talk about some of the new episodes we're airing regarding spring anime that I've been enjoying over the past few weeks. So first off, with episode 74, there was mention of the Alola League at the very beginning, with Kukui talking to everyone in class. And let me know your thoughts in the comments as to what you might want to see in the Alola League. I definitely will be making a video devoted towards that on its own, but there's a lot to talk about in this episode that I do want to get to. Just some briefly things that I want to mention. Ash and Kiawe, there seems to be that'll be maybe some kind of rivalry between those two when the league comes around, and my guess is if Hao were to appear in the anime, maybe he'll appear in the league as well. Gladion of course went off to get stronger several episodes ago, so perhaps we'll see him in the league as well. But yeah, I think it's just really awesome that we got to see another mention of the Alola League. I'm wondering as to how soon it might be, because of course right now, episode 74 was with Ula Ula. So let me know your thoughts on that. Like I said, I'll be making a video devoted toward that very soon, so look out for that. But now on to Nanu talking with Giovanni, and I've seen some of you mention how it might seems to be setting up to be as a villain potentially regarding Necrozma. And like I said, we do actually get to see a glimpse at Ultra Necrozma in this episode when Ash was talking with Acerola. But overall, I'm just really looking forward to it. Personally, the episodes regarding Lily, the Aether Foundation, Ultra Space were some of my favorite episodes in the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime so far. And actually, I would argue even in the anime as a whole, I thought the episodes were really, really good. And I hope we get to see more of that in the near future. So now on to Ash meeting Nanu and Acerola for the first time. Let me know your thoughts on that, on not only like the voice acting, but just these characters as a whole. Personally, I'm just really happy that we finally get to see them in the anime, not only with this episode and the most recent one that aired last week, but also the one we're getting next week, which I'll talk about with the new preview. I mean, even just several months ago, there was just concern or even just uncertainty as to whether or not we would see them in the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime. Personally, I thought it was kind of hinted because we did get to see with Olivia appear in the anime and also the Hala. But yeah, I just thought it's really awesome that we finally get to see them appear in the anime with Ash meeting them for the first time. The voice acting was really good in this episode, and I thought the expressions were really great and humorous as well, because I really enjoyed this episode. So now on to kind of the interactions between the two, specifically Ash talking with Acerola regarding Ultra Necrozma, Solgaleo, and Lunala. I do want to wait until subs come out before I talk more about it, but I just thought it was kind of interesting because along with Solgaleo, as we saw just in the past several episodes, of course, like I mentioned with Lily and the Aether Foundation and Ultra Space, there was also a showcase of Lunala and Ultra Necrozma. And whether or not we see more of Giovanni and potentially Team Rocket as a whole, that'll be pretty interesting. Let me know what you would like to see regarding them in the comments. But now, finally, with Ash versus Nanu, the episode was pretty interesting. Kind of, we got to see with Crocodile, and actually kind of reminiscent of the battle with Gladion. Ash's Lycanroc did have trouble at the very end and kind of got emboldened in rage, but he did end up losing. Nonetheless, it was a pretty interesting battle, and I'm guessing we're going to get to see more of that in the near future. But with the new preview, we do get to see Taboo Bulu in the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime once again, with the episode title being Taboo Bulu Intense Slacker Training. Once again, that is airing on May 17th. And yeah, I do want to continue on with the rest of the episodes. 76, which is the Decisive Super Battle, Pikachu vs Mimikyu, that is airing on May 24th. Then episode 77, Nanu's Grand Trial, The Awakening of Lycanroc, that is airing on May 31st, which is awesome. I'm actually kind of interested the fact that it's happening pretty relatively soon, just in the next 3 or 4 weeks. And then we have episode 78, Ultra Beast Clash, Operation Boom Boom Crackle, airing on June 7th. So likely we'll be getting an episode based on the title with another Ultra Beast, so be sure to look out for that. So yeah, let me know, what do you think of the episode in the comments, and are you excited for the Alola League? But yeah, like I said, I'll definitely be making a video talking more about that in the near future. I'm just really happy that we finally get to see Ash meeting Nanu and Acerola for the very first time. So now kind of briefly mentioning spring anime that I've been enjoying over the past few weeks, as I usually do near the end. And as always, let me know in the comments if you have anything in particular that you want to mention regarding anime that I've been airing, or if you have any in particular that you would like to recommend. So just kind of going through the one in particular that I really liked, Black Clover. I know a lot of people don't really like it. Personally, I kind of enjoyed it. It reminds me a bit of Fairy Tail, and the last few episodes have been really, really interesting. Kind of continuing on. Comic Girls continues to be really fun in my opinion. I'm really enjoying it. Oh, the last few episodes of Darling in the Franxx, especially like episode 15, where 02 and Hero finally reunite. That was absolutely incredible. Easily one of my favorite episodes so far in the show. And also with the most recent episode, with them kind of getting together now finally, and also with the new preview that I just watched, because I think it just aired in Japan. It was pretty interesting. I'll be sure to talk more about that next week once the episode airs. So now with Dragon Pilot, Hisune, and Masotan. I haven't really talked about this because I've been kind of wondering as to what about it, but it's been really, really interesting. It's really good. I can definitely see it being potentially like one of my favorite anime this season, but you're sure to look out for that. If you haven't watched it already, definitely check it out. Food Wars continues to be really fun. Golden Kamui has been pretty interesting with the most recent episode. Same with Hina Matsuri. I've been really enjoying it, but it's really, really funny. Just to continue on some other ones, let's see. Last Period, the new episode was really nice. Continuing on here, Magical Girls Hut has been pretty interesting. I know some people like kind of have mixed feelings about this, but I'm really enjoying it. Megalobox, I was pretty surprised that Joe lost the most recent match, and I wonder if it's going to be moving forward. My Hero Academia. This anime has been just absolutely incredible, continues to be so, with the episode that aired kind of last week with Deku finally beating Muscular, and just at the very end with the music and like kind of screaming into the air with My Hero. Absolutely phenomenal in my opinion. And of course with the most recent episode kind of more focusing on Bakugo and Todoroki. I'm just really enjoying My Hero Academia as of late. Just to continue on, Sword Art Online, Gun Gale Online. Like I said, I've been enjoying it. I've never really watched SAO, but I'm enjoying this anime so far. Tada Never Falls in Love. The most recent episode was absolutely great. I really enjoyed it. And Uma Musume, that episode was freaking brutal with what happened at the very end with Silent Suzuka. But I'm hoping like everything turns out to be the okay near the end, but because it is kind of based on real life regarding the races and such, but still it's a pretty brutal episode. And also I don't really mention movies, but Avengers Infinity War, I did want to talk about that because I don't really make reviews. If you would like me to do reviews on movies, let me know in the comments. But same with that ending was freaking brutal, but I did enjoy the disintegration meme that has come out of it. But yeah, overall it's been a really great movie. I watched it 2 times. I do want to watch it once more, hopefully in the next week or so. But yeah, I really enjoyed Avengers Infinity War. It was really, really good. So I guess that's all I really want to mention. Once again, if you have any anime that you want to recommend, let me know in the comments. At this point, I'm just kind of rambling. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on all of this. Peace, stay hyped, and as always, best wishes.